Episode 4, The Last Supper. This podcast reflects personal memories, interpretations, and opinions. All individuals mentioned are entitled to the presumption of innocence. While every effort has been made to tell the story truthfully and factually, some details may be subjective or based on personal recollection. Listeners should approach the content as a personal narrative, not a formal or factual record. Welcome back to the Spencer Files. We begin this episode at Thanksgiving, a day I now refer to as the Last Supper. That Thanksgiving at Grammy and Pa's house was supposed to be a warm family gathering, but almost immediately, something felt off. Darren, my uncle by marriage, was more invested in talking to me than I had ever seen before. He asked me question after question, unusually engaged, almost intense. Not just casual small talk either. He was drilling me about the house, the finances, and the terms that I had worked out with Chet. It was like he was trying to audit the whole situation, line by line, to ensure that Chet would get all of the money back. The strange thing was, I wasn't sure what it had to do with Darren. This was between Chet and me, and Chet and I had an understanding, clear and direct. I would sell my townhouse and give him the proceeds. For the rest, Chet said he didn't expect to be paid back unless I sold the new house or hit it big in real estate. If I ever became a millionaire or made a sizable profit from selling the home, then sure, I'd pay him the difference. That was our agreement. No tension, no confusion. But Darren's energy made it feel like an interrogation. Then, in a separate conversation that same day, my grandmother Lois asked me if Chet would still be able to go on a loan for another house. Chet heard this and looked confused, and said that he didn't understand why she was asking. He wasn't planning on buying another house. But I knew where this was coming from. Melissa had been pushing to have her parents help her buy a house in Hawaii. The idea that Chet might not be able to qualify for another loan because of our new home suddenly felt like a bigger issue to her than I realized. I still can't fully fathom why she and Darren, whose salary was reportedly in the millions, were putting that kind of pressure on her aging parents. You can actually look Darren's salary up online, and they often made it sound like it was much less than it shows. December 22nd, 2017. It's time to sell the townhouse. I'm a real estate agent, so I listed the townhouse myself and handled all of the showings. During my first open house, I went outside to let a client in that I had not met yet. I walked out through the garage, which is on the back side of the townhouse, and met who I thought was the prospective buyer. We chatted, and I invited him in to see the place. Turns out, he wasn't the person that I was waiting for. He just happened to be in the area. But funny enough, he ended up being the one who bought the house. It was listed for just 4 days, and we were already heading into escrow with multiple offers. Part of our selling strategy was to list the house during a time when nothing else like it was on the market. That scarcity can drive demand. But listing it just before New Year's and during the holidays isn't exactly ideal. Most people aren't eager to make major financial decisions or move houses during that time. It was a bit of a risk, but it worked. January 17th, 2018. We closed escrow on the sale of our townhouse. The sale went smoothly, and the new owners were really nice. What wasn't so nice? Our new house still wasn't done. The team I hired was also working on Stevie Wonder's house, and I agreed he should be the priority. So once again, we found ourselves wondering, what are we going to do now? Thankfully, Anna's parents offered for all 4 of us to stay with them. I will never be able to express how much that helped us. They were amazing. Our stuff was spread across a storage unit, their house, and the new place as rooms were slowly being completed. 2 days later, I had a check from escrow in hand for the sale of our townhouse. I called Chet and asked if we could meet at the credit union, the same one where we did the loan. When we arrived, Chet stopped me outside and said, "Before we go in, I want you to know that I'm proud of you. I've given people money before, but they don't pay me back. That was a proud moment for me. Part of our agreement was that I would give him the proceeds from the sale of the townhouse. He asked how much we made. It was about $138,000 after fees. He said, "Transfer me $100,000 and keep the rest to make sure the house gets finished." More relief. That would really help. Dealing with these large sums of money is crazy when you typically don't have this much. 2018 seemed to be going pretty well so far. Little did I know that soon the next 7 years would be extremely difficult. In February of 2018, Chet called me one day while I was at work and told me that he got a visit from Adult Protective Services. He said that he was asked about me, the house, and the money that he put towards it. He didn't give me all the details, but said that to him, it seemed like a jealous family member. I thought it might be Melissa, but this seemed extreme and extremely low to do this to us. A few days after that call, we were getting ready to move into the new house. We had a few things that still needed to be finished, but we were so close. We got a U-Haul and started to move the stuff from the storage unit and Anna's parents' house. We actually had a lot of fun staying there, and the boys loved being with them too. It was bittersweet to leave. We got to the new house and started moving things into the garage so that we could get the U-Haul back. We got pretty close to having it emptied. I walked into the primary bedroom to take some boxes into the bathroom, and splash. The entire carpet was soaked. Turns out, one of the workers had flushed the toilet in the primary bathroom after reinstalling it, and it didn't stop running for 24 hours. Looks like Anna's parents weren't rid of us yet. On the next episode of The Spencer Files, we'll talk about what we did to fix the flood, but more importantly, the fake Zillow listing of my new house and the return of Attorney Jeffrey in a completely different capacity. This time, he was coming for me.